Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mike here, and welcome to my channel, Ownz. So today, I'm going to be introducing a brand new series on my channel. For you guys who have been subscribed for a very long time, you know that this channel has shifted quite a bit from what it originally was. This channel was originally about vlogs and going to NBA games and stuff like that, and doing pranks on my dad. Well, we've come a long way since then. Basically, this channel is strictly about pro clubs, which is like the best game mode on FIFA. For those who play it, you guys already know what it is, and if you guys haven't played it, then you guys should because it's really, really fun, especially when you're playing with friends. I personally like to play it professionally. So basically, what this series is, it's basically a highlights of our VPGA season, which is VPGA North America Division 3. There's basically 12 teams in our division season. Last year there was 20 because a lot of the players ended up going to Division 2 because of open spots, but we actually played in this league last season. Most of the teams are fairly new except us. There's about maybe one or two teams out of the 12 that are still there from last season. So we actually created this team last year. We created it as a bunch of friends. We wanted to play in this league because this league is very competitive in North America. We were tired of playing of like Caribbean leagues and South American leagues and Lagrange, so we want to play in North America. So this is the team that we created. We created Red Dragons FC. So the team is fairly new in terms of the players. Half of them are OG from last season, and half of them are other players that we've tried to get better and better on. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this series. There'll be a brand new video, like I said, every Friday. Or you can catch them even live on Twitch. So yeah, like I said, let's get right into the video and let's get right into game one against Wasmali. So to start off the new season, we're actually playing a different formation than we played last season. We're playing the 4-2-3-1 narrow, which features one striker, three central attacking midfielders, two CDMs, and a four back line. Today, we're going to be playing as a full squad. One of our main players is missing. His name is R9. You'll see him later in this video. But until then, this is what you're getting. Basically, I'm playing striker. I have behind me KingRamy, the OG, followed by Mechratoad and Hero, as well as Mafi and Fento, and the whole back line, which features Hag, who is basically our James Milner, Yoshi, Dwet, and Ruben, followed by Chamo, the Master Keeper, in goal. So West Somali actually started off with a full team except the right back and left back. Basically, they broke the rules in this game. We didn't really pay attention until halfway through the game that they weren't playing with an any, which is basically mandatory according to the rules. But even though they were two people down, they were playing with AIs. They were still putting a lot of pressure on us. They were playing a lot of high balls. So over here, we give away a little stupid ball right here. Get the ball back. They send a little triangle. The player's wide open, and unfortunately, we go down 1-0. First game of the season, we go down in the opening day. It's not very fun going down because a lot of players will play differently after going down. Some players will give up. Some players will do bad things like here and just give away stupid balls like that, but our goalkeeper keeps it in. Our players are really good at clearing the ball. They always clear the ball when they get a chance to, but we try to turn on the engine here during the end of the first half. We give a little ball here to Mechratoad, who sends me through. I tried to do a little dink here to Kiro, but to no avail. So we actually go down 1-0 at halftime. During the halftime, I cut my players some slack because a lot of them haven't played in a league before. Some of them have never played against the full 11 before, or 9 in this case. But I try to cut them some slack and say things like for the CDMs to not go a little bit too high, to stay back so they don't get countered a lot, and for our defenders to clear the ball more. So we actually start the second half pretty strong. 56th minute, Ruben sends a really nice ball to Kiro. He crosses it in, and there's the opening goal by KingRamy, and it is a beauty. KingRamy actually hasn't played with us in a while. He was actually playing on focusing more on Ultimate Team. His Ultimate Team is pretty sick. You can check him out on KingRamy23 on YouTube. He has a whole YouTube channel. So over here, I get a little ball sent over here, sent to me. I do a little ball roll. I try a long distance shot, but it doesn't work out. So we're starting to get a little bit more comfortable. Over here, I get the ball. I pass it to Mechratoad. He's going in. And then he wins a free kick right outside the box. It looked like a penalty, but it wasn't. They actually broke the rules here as well. They started standing in the goal, which is not allowed according to the rules. I could have messaged them, but I thought that if I messaged them right away, then they either wouldn't read it or my player would hit the free kick by himself. But I ended up messaging them after that. So we got another chance over here. Mechratoad plays it through to Kiro. He tries to go in and then gets fouled again. Over here, I'm guessing they learned their lesson and read the message because they didn't really stand in the goal over there. I tried to do it in the top right corner. I think my placement was really good. It probably just needed a little bit more power. It's pretty obvious where I'm going. I can't really go anywhere else. So the goalkeeper has that. So they start playing really well here, Wall Simone. They start waking up a little bit more. They start playing a little bit more tiki-taka in the box over here. D-Wet goes in, he gets overlapped, and then another near post goal. So we actually go down 2-1 after working really hard to tie the game. We go down 2-1, which is a bummer. So over here, it's the 87th minute. Not a lot has happened between then. D-Wet gets the ball. He crosses it in. Deflection. Kiro goal. Very nice. In the 89th minute, as you can see. So right away, we start pressing the ball. Same kickoff, right? Kiro goes up. He wins the ball. It goes in. He passes it to Ramy. Ramy tries passing it to me. And then Ramy gets injured by their Wall Somali defender, who gets a yellow card. And now here I am, taking the game-winning penalty in the last minute of the game. You could already tell that I was shaking. My hands were sweaty, but I was able to send my team through and get a goal to lead the game for the first time since we began. So I tried celebrating a little bit here and telling my teammates that, hey, we haven't won the game yet. We scored in only 1 minute to win the game, and they can do the same thing to tie the game. So now it's all up to us to keep the scoreline. So they actually go through here. Hag, who is a master of defense, gets the interception there. So now it's a matter of us all being in the box to get this ball out. They cross it in. It goes far post, and then Chamo catches it, and game over. There's our first game. We go down 1-0, tie, 2-1, tie to win in the last minute of the game. Really, really sweet. So for the second game of that day, we actually got a forfeit from the other team. I'm assuming they didn't have enough players. Usually when teams don't have enough players, they actually go for the forfeit. It's better than to lose 1-0 than to lose against the full team and get destroyed. So they actually went for the forfeit that game. So the second game for the first match day, we didn't actually play anybody. So you'll actually see in this game R9's beautiful face instead of mine because I actually wasn't available that day. What you're watching right now is the gameplay from the two games on Wednesday. So yeah, let's get right into the gameplay. So this is actually the first game of the second match day, which was on Wednesday. We're playing against a team called Instinct FC. In their first two games, they actually had a record of 1 win and 1 tie. So we knew this team had some win mentality. So we had to make sure that we played our best. There wasn't really much in this game in the first half. As you see, I skipped all the way to the 40th minute because there wasn't really a lot of action. Both teams were playing very defensively. Our team and their team playing the ball back when they were in dangerous positions. They were clearing the ball when needed. But yeah, so the first half wasn't really that much interesting in terms of the gameplay. It was a very, very even first half, as I would say. So they actually get the ball up pretty good here. They start all the way from the back line. As you can see, they're just dribbling. They got grass. Our players aren't really pressing them that high. They're back playing at this point. So you can see they made a little really good through ball to the right end, but Hack was there to clear the ball. So they wanted corner. So a little bit of scare there, just enough to get a halftime cheese for them. We ended up going over here and trying to clear the ball. The player was all by himself, and Chamo was there. So that ends the first half. As I said, it's pretty even in terms of the stats. You'll see them in a minute. But at this point, both of the teams should be playing to win and shouldn't be playing to tie at this point of the game. So at the halftime, what I was told was that our players should press a little bit higher and get the ball, and they should be smart with the passes they make. As you can see, FC Instinct has 2 shots and we have 1. So a pretty even Steven game. The possession is pretty it's pretty one-sided, but as I said, both teams were not really pressing that high and doing what they need to do to get the win. So the second half kicks off, as you can see. I skipped all the way to the 53rd minute because not much happened in those first 15 minutes. But as you can see, we did the ball up pretty good here. We just can't execute and get that ball into the box as we need to be. So yeah, it was a pretty balanced game. It's basically a game to win or to lose in terms of it's pretty clear that the person that gets the first goal is going to win this game. So as you can see, Ramy here tried to play a ball to R9. Didn't get to him, unfortunately, but Mafi over here intercepts the ball. He's really good at that, but he gives the ball away for a throw-in. So they get the throw-in, and they end up playing some really good football here. They play with their back line. They play with their CDM. He sends the ball over here all the way up. And yeah, they start doing the counter on us in the middle of a play. I've told my guys about this before, but it hasn't happened. See, they did a little sneak. They sneaked away a little ball over here. Shoot, bottom left corner, goal. So now Instinct is up 1-0, and now we have our tail between our legs trying to get this win. So, very unfortunate for Red Dragons. So during the last like couple minutes of the game, we started putting a lot more pressure on them. As you can see, we started getting a lot fouled a lot. So we had a lot of free kicks in the middle of the park, but we still we're not able to score yet. We just had a lot of good chances, as you see right here. Unfortunate that Ramy wasn't able to get that pass off. Diwa, our left back, also disconnected in the game. That made everything worse because now we had Ramy who couldn't control his player and had to control another player as well. So we were getting countered here, as you can see, because all of our players were up trying to get this win. It's better to risk the win than to just concede one more goal, and that was a risk that our team was willing to take. So as you see here, we win the ball back. We get the ball up the park pretty quickly. Ramy plays a beautiful ball, but unfortunately the defender gets it right there. We still get the ball back, just playing some loose balls here and there, but unfortunate we weren't able to win the ball back, and that's our first loss of the season against Instinct FC. So we lose 1-0. We didn't lose by a lot, so that's very good news. Our players tried their best. As you can see in a little moment, you'll see the stats for the game, which is basically we went up from 1 shot to 7 shots. So we had more shots than them and everything like that. So we were the better team. We're just not able to finish, and we had an off day that day. So it's on to the next game and just keep our heads up and do better next time. So now it's time to play the next game. The next game we're playing against is called Global Gym Purple Cobras. We actually laughed about this team's name a couple of days ago when we heard that this team was in the lead with us. They're called the Global Gym Purple Cobras. I don't know what that means. If you know what that means, make sure you put it in the comments below. So now it is time to see game 2 and to see also how our team is going to bounce back from that loss. So let's get right into it. So we actually played better in this game than we did in the first game. Usually, when a team loses, they tend to play pretty bad. But the good thing is that after that loss, our team held their head up high and started playing much better in the second game. We've actually played this team before. They were called a different team last season. Some of our players have played against them, but some of them haven't. But we actually played pretty well against them. We had possession of the ball, which meant that we had the ability to make chances happen whenever we wanted to. As you can see here, they're playing their back line pretty much most of the game, which is something I tend to tell my guys to not do. So over here, they get an offside. Yoshi has the ball. He plays it to the far side, and then Kiro gets the ball here. You see a little tiki taka over here. Ruben waiting for Ramy to go open. He passes it to Kiro. Ramy's open. Bench open. Passes it to R9. R9 waits a little bit. Near post. Goal. Just like that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Our guys saw the little gap that was open. They passed the ball and they made the finish, which is the most important thing there is to do. So we go up 1-0, first lead of the night. 40th minute goal by R9, which is his first goal for our club, and hopefully we'll see much more from him in the rest of the season. But we're actually playing pretty good here, so let's see what happens next. So now we're at halftime, and you can see the stats. We have 33% shot accuracy, but it doesn't matter as long as we're getting the chances up. You can see R9 still chewing on the cereal at halftime, trying to get some energy for the game. And usually, when you're winning a game like this, there's not much to. You don't tend to change anything when it comes to the tactics. You just play the same way. Just be a little bit smart with the passes, and the chances will come. Basically, playing a team like this that pressures a lot, you have to play it really quickly, because if you don't, then you'll get basically the ball taken away from you. But if you actually make some good passes, you'll actually have a lot of space to make chances and to actually create chances for your teammates and create goals. So it has some benefits to it, and it has some disadvantages to it as well. But the most important thing is to take advantage of that disadvantage and win the ball back, and also make some great passes along the way. So as you can see here, Chamo gets the ball. Chamo is really good at doing the goal kicks, and also he's a really good kicker of the ball when he gets the ball from a corner or from a save. So over here, he passes it to Ruben. Ruben tries to play Ramy, which he does. He plays Kiro. R9 is wide open over here. Kiro just tries to get in, tries to cross it to him. Unfortunately, the goalkeeper, well, fortunate for us, the goalkeeper wasn't able to save it. Metrito comes in and gets his first goal of the season as well. So that's Metrito's first goal of the season and R9's first goal of the season. It seems like The stars are shining, and our new signings are paying off. So as you can see here, now it's time for us to play calmly, because now in the 69th minute, the team is down 2-0. So now that they have to press and they have to play high to get that win, and they have to risk everything. So it's up to us to also defend well and not concede goals and keep the clean sheet, just like here where Hadj saves the ball, and also for us to make them pay for their mistakes and basically get the forgot how to speak English and add some more goals to the score sheet. So now, as you can see, we have the ball. We're winning it over here on the throw-in. We're just playing here in the corner here. We're not really much of a team that likes to waste time, even though you really can in the last 10 minutes. But we like to add some more goals because we want to play and have fun, and having fun is scoring goals and winning in big games and winning by a large amount. So we get the ball here. We play it to D-Wet. D-Wet tries to play R9. R9 seems to be pressured over here, so he plays it back to D-Wet. D-Wet goes up to Mafi. Mafi passes back to Diwe. He got a little bit of space now. He tries to play the cross in, but he finds Ramy instead. Ramy shoots. He misses, but then he shoots again, and bang. What a banger by KingRamy. Didn't want to play with us this season, but now he's back with his Zizou build, and he's playing like actually Zizou, like prime Zizou. And the teammates love seeing it. You can see R9, he's ecstatic about seeing Ramy play like that. So we secured the 3-0 win in this game, and there's basically no chance for them to come back. So we know that we won this one pretty comfortably. There you go, the full-time whistle. R9 is happy, enjoys the cereal. And basically we end the week on 3 wins and 1 loss. And then the most important part is that we're top of the table. We're basically first place now with 9 points, and the second place team has 7, and then followed by a couple of other teams that are in the race for first place. But at the moment, we're first place. We're right now the team to beat. We're the team that everyone wants to beat now. Now that us being first place, and we want to get that first place because we don't want to bother playing in the playoffs and then having to go through some BS and not make Division 2 promotion. So the most easiest way to get to Division 2 is to win the actual league in first place. So that's our aim for this season. We're not aiming for anything last season. We aimed for something else. We aimed for playoffs. But this season, with a brand new team and excelling in different positions that we didn't excel in last season, we're starting to build a lot of more chemistry and a lot more different playing styles in the team to fit one tactic and or 2 or 3 different tactics. And honestly, I'm very excited to see where the season will go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks to R9 who gave me the gameplay for the second match day. Thank you so much, R9. You can actually catch his Twitch link in the bio, as well as KingRamy's YouTube channel. So thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time on Ownz for next week's VPG highlights, and it'll be on Friday as well, hopefully. So I'll catch you guys later, and take care. Peace.